Hey everyone, welcome to my podcast. My name is Nicole and this is Nicole's Needlework. I can be found on Instagram and Ravelry as Nicole's Needlework. I can also be found on Twitter and Periscope as Needlework, but I don't post much or do Periscope videos right now, so I just mainly go on there and watch other people's Periscopes. Anyway, today is April 21st, 2016. It's a Thursday and I've just gotten off work, so I decided to record a quick podcast. I have a few things. I had a couple stops and starts. I don't know what was wrong with me the last couple weeks. I started the Waiting for Rain shawl and I got to the first lace section and just wasn't happy with how it was turning out. So I ripped it out and I decided I think I'll do it again in a lighter yarn. And then after I ripped that out, I decided I was gonna do the 3-color cashmere shawl. And let me see, I started it and was going pretty good, and I just wasn't liking it, and it's fine. I know I'm being way too picky. Oh, it goes this way. I know I'm just being way too picky, and I was gonna do like a pink stripe in the middle, and I ripped it out. So then I thought, well, I'll try. This is my crazy mind. Sometimes I feel like I'm just crazy. This is why I like knitting, because I did the same thing with cross stitch, except it's not as easy to rip out cross stitch. So I thought, well, I'll make a Exploration Station by Stephen West. And I was really liking it, except I was doing this gray and then like a cream. And I just wasn't liking how the cream was looking with the purple and gray, and then I was gonna do a pink also, the same pink. I just wasn't liking it. It looked pretty in certain light when the cream looked a little more white. So that may be a future project with these colors, but with white instead of cream. So anyway, so what I did decide to start was continue with, wait, let me backtrack. I decided to do Pure Joy by Joji Locatelli with the composition book gray, which is this right there. That composition book gray, which is so pretty. I mean, I love it. So, and I decided to use the cream with this, which is Antler, Tosh Merino Light, Antler, and Tosh Merino Light composition book gray. So this is, I'm really liking how this is turning out. And this is fairly mindless, just garter stitch except for this section right here. So, and here's the antler. So you can tell it's very creamy, and it just, see, it doesn't really go too well with the gray. It's fine with the purpley gray, but and this is, I have another skein of this, or skein, so I'm not really worried about running out. And composition book gray, and I like things upside down for some reason, and antler. So that's that. If you hear noise, all my boys are home, so you could possibly hear them downstairs or wherever. And then we're getting our yard aerated, so the guy's out there doing that right now. So then I did decide to start the 3-color cashmere shawl after all, but I decided to start it using hedgehog fibers skinny singles. This is what I have so far. So this is also kind of cream. It's urchin, and if you've seen urchin before, you may have seen it a lot more variegated. And this urchin is just very slightly variegated. So anyway, a lot less variegated than some, like Kristen of Yarngasm. Her urchin is a lot less, or is a lot more variegated, I should say. So this is the urchin, and it's a single. I really like using singles yarn. I just love the fabric it makes. So you can see the little speckles in there. And this is graphite, which is a pretty tonal black. It's really pretty. And I thought I was gonna do a bright pink for the stripe in the middle. So I ordered jelly from Warm and Fuzzy. These I got from Simply Socks Yarn Company. Those I ordered to go together. And then I was going to use a different pink, but it didn't really match up the pink in here, which you can hardly see. So I got jelly, and this is neon. I mean bright neon pink. Really not my color. I mean, it would, ooh, it'd be fine, but it's just not me. I mean, it would definitely, I don't know, it would stand out. So I think I might, actually I already did put it on the D-Stash and Ravelry. I already put it for sale. So I already listed it for sale on Ravelry because I just don't think I would use it. I'm gonna try, and I'm hoping, this is the problem with not having a local yarn store, because everything I have to just guess at the colors. I can't I can't see what it looks like in person. So I'm gonna try Madeline Tosh Pop Rocks, because I really want a bright pink. I just don't want a neon pink. So we'll see what that looks like. Keep your fingers crossed for me that it's not neon. That's just bright. Okay, so those are two shawls I've been working on intermittently. I will switch back and forth with those. And I also started, and these are just in my wool warehouse bags, nothing fancy, but I like them. And this is in my Suburban Stitcher bag, which I absolutely love. And you can see it, yeah. Hold on. Ginger was trying to get in. Where'd you, Ginger? She is so silly. So anyway, what I was saying was my socks are in my Suburban Stitcher bag by Diane. I tried getting one of her recent shop updates and I got cart jacked. I was not happy, but it's just how it goes sometimes. I wasn't quick enough. So anyway, I started the Fine and Dandy socks. Sorry, my mind blanked out for a second there. Fine and Dandy socks by the Sweater Co. And I'm using One Twisted Tree Prime Sock and Knit Picks Stroll. And this is just white, and the One Twisted Tree is Stop and Smell the Peonies. So, and I was going to do the heel flap and I actually got started. I don't know what was wrong with me. If my brain I just couldn't, I don't know why. I couldn't figure out the moving of the stitches onto the other needles, and it just wasn't clicking for me, and I just got frustrated and ripped it out and decided to do the fish lips kiss heel. So and it's fine. I tried it on, fits fine. So and I'm gonna do the knit picks in the cuff. So I have contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. And I'm really loving this. The stitch pattern, the flower was a little tricky at first. But then I saw someone used a crochet hook to help with getting those flower stitches out. And it's just like, ding ding, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So I found my little crochet hook and started doing that. And that's Danny's yarn. And she's so talented. And I'm loving how it's turning out. And here's her tag. And Twisted Tree. Stop and smell the peonies. And I've got this in my little gnome knitter. The gnome knitter CPN cozy, but I use it as a magic loop cozy. And this, she just had a shop update too. So I was very tempted to get on there. And I love how this is knit on this side, on the outside, and pearls on the inside. So much fun. All of these little things we have are fun. So I do have some finished spinning. I finished my Malabrigo noob in the Piedras colorway, and I'm really happy with how this turned out and the yardage I got. I got almost 566 yards. Sadly, one of the cats, probably this one, bit through the yarn while I was plying. So I got two skeins. One is about 168 and one is about 368. Or yeah, something like that. I think that's what it was. Stop digging me. Now she decided to dig me. All right, you're gonna have to go. Go to your bed. So anyway, I think it's like a light fingering to a fingering weight. I just did a 2-ply. I spun it on 15:1 ratio. Let me see. 428 and 138. So the bigger skein is 428 and the smaller one is 138. So it was spun 15:1 and plied 12:1. And hey, no. Don't. Sorry. She loves to bite my headphones. So anyway, and while I really love this, the colors aren't me. I'm more of a pink and black and white, and I do like teal and purple, gray. I'm not really orange and brown. And I really liked it I liked it, how it looked. But I should have known that there'd be a lot of orange and brown, because it really is mostly orange and brown. So what I was thinking is, I was thinking of doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away this Handspun. So if you leave a comment on my blog, I will do the random number generator and announce the winner next time I podcast. So, and this is definitely enough to make a nice size shawl. Quaker yarn stretcher, or just a simple triangle shawl. Rachel of Wool and Spinning Podcast has a great simple pattern for a handspun triangle shawl, so that would be nice. So you could even do socks. It doesn't have nylon content and it is 100% merino, but I think it would be perfectly fine for socks as long as you hand wash them. And if you did them at, used a 0 or even a 1, 2.25 would probably be fine. And I think they'd be nice. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a giveaway, and I think it'd be fun to see what someone does with it, and someone who really enjoys these colors. I think it'd be nice. So let's see what's next. I did get a little stash. I got the yarn from Simply Socks Yarn Company and my neon pink, but also got this lace from Eat Sleep Knit. And I was thinking of doing the Waiting for Rain shawl in this. I'm still thinking about it. And this is Malbrigo lace, 100% baby merino wool, 470 yards each. So that'll make a nice size shawl. And this, what's the tag? Polar Morn is the colorway. It's really pretty. I think that'd be a really pretty lace shawl. Oh, I also, not too long ago, did the 3-color cashmere cowl. Well, the back is not pretty. I gotta figure that out better. The jogless jog for the striping. Anyway, the front is better. And this I use Shibui, the fingering weight Shibui Statico, I think, or Staccato. I think Staccato. But right here, oh, it goes this way. I dropped a stitch, so eventually I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. I didn't even notice it till after it was blocked. But I like it. Oh, more stash. I got some more spinning. Oh. If you're part of the Nest Fiber Club, I just ruined it for you. Hopefully I didn't ruin it for you. Hopefully anybody who has gotten their fiber, or is getting their fiber, has already gotten it. But I thought these were really pretty. And this is the April, and it's 85% Polworth, 15% silk. And it is called Constellation. So one last thing I'd like to mention is some podcasts I've been enjoying lately. One of my favorites lately is Inside Number 23 with KT. She's outside of London. She lives in a cute little house, and she has a sweet little family, her and her husband, Emerus, and their dog, their pug, Rolly. I just really find her entertaining, and she just seems like she has a lot of fun in everything she does. And a couple others are Legacy Knits with Sue and Chelsea. They're mother-daughter, and they look, it's just so neat to see them sharing a craft they both love. My mom knits, but not much. I mean, once in a while she'll knit some washcloths or a scarf, but she's not completely obsessed like I am. So it's kind of neat that they have that in common to share. And the podcast, which is fun for them to do together. Sue also does a daily Periscope, which I try to catch. It's hard at work, sometimes we don't have Wi-Fi, so sometimes I'll use a little of my data, and then sometimes I'll sneak over to where we have Wi-Fi and get on there and watch for just a little bit. I usually can't stay the whole time, but I do try to catch a little bit. And then another one is Sockcetera with Shannon, and I just love her. I love her Shouty Shan segments where she talks about trying to be a better person, and I just admire that so much. She says all the stuff that I feel and think on a daily basis, and I think it's so important, and I just love her for that. So if you haven't checked them out, which you probably have, I would just turn this off and go check them out. They're awesome. And I can't forget the very, very sweet Tanya, Sampler Girl. I've known her for several years, at least 8 years. And she was, or is, a cross-stitch designer and is a fabulous knitter and podcaster, and just an all-around, just sweet, sweet person. And she has a podcast, like I just mentioned, and she gave me a very sweet shout out, so that was so nice of her. So I just want to say thanks, Tanya. Thank you so much. And last thing I have been reading a little is this book, In the Woods by Tana French. I have been wanting to read this since it came out. Gosh, how long ago has it been now? Sorry, 2007. That's how long I've been wanting to read this book. It didn't seem like it's been that long, but it has. And I have my little Quinsico bookmark. Anyway, well, that's from my Lucy Mitts. Caspian was the colorway. I should have mentioned that. Anyway, it's a little slow going, but it's really good. It's about a homicide detective in Dublin, Ireland, and his partner, and right in the beginning you figure out that he had something happen to him when he was a little boy, and then something else happens to him in the same woods. So it's pretty interesting, and he doesn't remember anything that happened. So while trying to figure out what happened to someone else in the woods, he's trying to figure out what happened to himself and his friends. Anyway, it's pretty good. Like I said, it's a little slow going. I've been listening to it on Audible, and I'll do that. I'll listen while I'm knitting or going to and from work, and then read the book. I actually have the book also on Kindle because I like to change the font and read at night. I like to read at night, but I don't like to turn on a light. So I like my Kindle Paperwhite has a built-in light, which makes it so much easier. So I've been trying to read this. I've been a little distracted by podcasts lately, though. I love to download them on iTunes, and then I'll watch them or listen to them going to and from work, and or on the treadmill. Sometimes I'll save a good one to motivate me to get on, well, not treadmill, elliptical. That's what I choose to exercise on at work. And I'm very thankful that my job allows me to work out during work hours. So that's what I'll do. Anyway, enough about that. So I guess that's it, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It means so much to me, and like I've said before, this is just really motivating to come on here and talk about what I've been up to, and I love hearing comments, and I love seeing what you guys are up to. So if you have any questions, just leave me a comment. If you want to enter this giveaway, leave me a comment on my blog, and I'll do, like I said, I'll do the random number generator and select a winner on my next podcast. And it doesn't matter if you're international, anywhere, I'll ship anywhere. So just leave me a comment, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.